Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making this super cute baby bootie that fits a 9 to 12 month old. This little winter bootie will be great to slip on when you're in the car or even when you're at home, just something to keep the feet a little extra warmer than just some basic baby socks. So if you're interested in making these adorable baby booties, keep watching. For this project, you're going to need some yarn. I'm going to be using a number 4 weight wool for this project, about a worsted weight. You could definitely use cotton or acrylic or whatever you have on hand. You'll also need a crochet hook. I'm going to be using a 3.5mm hook today. And you'll need some scissors, as well as a yarn needle to weave in your ends. We may also need some stitch markers for this project. If you don't have stitch markers, you can use a safety pin or just a little piece of yarn to mark your area where we're working. So gather your supplies and let's jump in. We're going to start this project off with a slip knot. From here, chain 40. 1, 2, 3, 37, 38, 39, and 40. And there we go. From here, in the third chain from the hook, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, insert that hook into the chain stitch, yarn over the hook again, and pull a loop up through that chain. Now we've got 3 stitches on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through those 3. That's a half double crochet. Now from this point, we're going to half double crochet all the way down that initial chain. You're going to end up with a row with 38 stitches in it. I'm going to zoom down the rest of these half double crochet stitches, and I'll meet you at the end of the row to show you what we're going to do next. Here I am coming up to the end of row number 1. I'll just put my last couple of half double crochet stitches in, and then I'm going to finish by chaining 1. That chain 1 will be the beginning of row number 2. I'm going to turn the work, and now for row number 2, we're still going to be working in half double crochets, but we're going to be putting our stitch in a little bit of a different spot. Normally, we would yarn over, insert the hook into the top of the stitch like this, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. That's a normal half double crochet. We're going to be inserting our hook into the big space between the stitches. I like the texture it gives. If you don't like the texture it gives, go ahead and do a regular half double crochet. But the way I'm doing it is yarn over, insert the hook into the big space between the 2 stitches, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. You can see the stitches between the 2. Then again, I'm going to do it in the next stitch. And you can see it's just in a little bit of a different space. You go ahead and do whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to half double crochet in this way all the way down row number 2. At the end of row number 2, I'll meet you there to show you what we're going to do next. Here I am at the end of row number 2. I'm going to put my last half double crochet in between the chain 2 from the beginning row and the first half double crochet that we did. So at the end of the row, you've got your last half double crochet, and then there's this sort of loop of chain stitches. We're going to stick our last half double crochet into the space between the loop and that last half double crochet. And we'll just finish that up, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn. Here's how we're looking so far. By putting that stitch in between each one, it just gives a cool sort of clean texture. Now we're going to do the same thing for row number 3. Actually, we're going to be doing the exact same thing for row number 3 all the way up to and including row number 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to be half double crocheting across in between each stitch all the way across. At the end of each row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to zoom through this part because it's just a lot of the same, and I will see you when I get to the end of row number 8. All right, here I am coming up to the end of my 8th row, and we are actually going to be changing the way that we're working from this point on. So let me just put in my last few half double crochets, and then we'll measure this so you know how big my rectangle is at this point. So at this point, my rectangle is about 9 inches by 2 inches. And that is 8 rows by 38 stitches, our initial chain being 40 stitches long. All right, so the next step is we're going to fold the work over onto itself. Then we're going to actually be single crocheting across the bottom of the shoe. It will be the bottom. Right now it's just across the rectangle. So to begin that, I'm going to take my hook out of the working loop, and let me zoom you in for this. So I'm going to insert my hook into the top of the stitch on both pieces of fabric. So the first stitch on the front piece and the first stitch on the back piece. Then that working loop that I pulled out, I'm going to loosen it up a little bit, and I am going to put it over the hook. And then I'll draw it a little bit tighter. Then I'm going to pull that working loop through both stitches and then chain 1. Now we've got that first little bit secured together. From here, I am going to single crochet into that same stitch that I just did the chain 1 coming out of. So I'm going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, just like that. Then I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch through both sides, the front piece and the back piece, and that's going to secure the row together. And I'm just going to single crochet one time into each stitch all the way up the row, securing both pieces together. This is going to create the bottom seam of our little bootie. So I'm going to zoom through this row because it's just single crochets. Just make sure yours are lined up so that you don't end up with any gaps or any holes. And you want to single crochet both pieces together until we get to the other end of the work. Here I am coming up to the end of that row. I'll put my second last single crochet in, and then the last single crochet goes in kind of a weird spot. So up until now, we've been putting it through the stitch on the front and back piece. For this last one, we're just going to be putting it through one loop. You'll see when you get to the end of the row, there's just one loop there that's available, and that's where we're going to put our last single crochet. And then at this point, we're not going to chain 1, we're just going to turn it around. And this is the bottom seam of the shoe. Now, for this next part, we're going to work across that row until we get back to the tip of the toe is what this is going to end up being. But we're going to work across this row with just slip stitches. So we're going to put one slip stitch in each of those single crochets all the way across until we get back to where we started those single crochets. If you don't know how to do a slip stitch, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the previous stitch. Insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull that loop through the previous stitch. And I'm just going to do that all the way across until I reach the end of the row. I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so I've made it up to the corner. I've got one more slip stitch to put in here. And now we're going to be closing up this side now. So we've got that row of single crochets followed by a row of slip stitches to create that nice seam. Now we're going to turn the work 90 degrees and we're going to be closing up this side seam. We're going to start with the first stitch, the first row rather. So we're going to insert the hook into the first row on both pieces of fabric, and we're going to do a single crochet, and then into the second row on both pieces of fabric and a single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way till we get up to the next corner. One single crochet in each stitch. This is going to be the front toe area of our little bootie. All right, and I made it to that corner, and that is where our little tail from the beginning of the work is. So in that stitch, if you see, that tail actually creates the first chain stitch. We just put our last single crochet into the chain 1 space at the beginning of the row. Let me zoom you in a little for this. For this next part, we're going to be doing up 7 stitches along the top of the work. So we're going to be putting a second single crochet into this stitch, but after turning the work 90 degrees. So I'm going to insert the hook into that stitch again in the exact same spot that we just did our last one, and we're going to put another single crochet just to make us work around the corner here. Then in the next stitch, which is the actual chain stitch that we started with, I'm going to single crochet the 2 pieces of fabric together, just like that. So that corner stitch was number 1, that one we did there is number 2. We're going to do a total of 7 stitches here. So here's number 3, 4, and 7. If you hear sounds in the background of the video, just know it's the birds. They are always causing trouble, and the weird noises are almost always the birds. All right, so there are our 7 stitches. Okay, I miscounted. We're gonna do one more single crochet for a total of 8 single crochets along the top of the foot. Now, we're going to open up the foot we've been working here. So this is gonna be the actual shape that we're gonna be able to insert baby's foot into. At this point, we're going to start half double crocheting again. So I'm going to yarn over, and in the space where the 8th stitch just went out of, which is the top part of the stitch, I'm gonna pull those 2 stitches apart, and in that big space, we're gonna do our half double crochet in that big space. Just like that. And now we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around until we reach that first half double crochet we started the round with. And we're actually working into the first chain now. So there's not as much stretch here. If you're wondering, we're working actually into the bottom part of our work. So I'm just gonna zoom around the round here, and I'll meet you when I get to the end of the round. All right, I'm coming up to the end of the round. There's 25 stitches and one more 26, and that's the last stitch for the round. And now we're gonna close the round at that half double crochet by inserting the hook and slip stitching the round together, just like that. And now we've got the beginnings of the boot sort of upper ankle area. Now I'm gonna chain 1 to bring the row up, and then we're gonna do 2 more rounds. So we are going to have a total of 3 rounds of half double crochet for the upper ankle area of the booty, the cuff, if you will. So I'm going to zoom through those 3 rounds because there's nothing special or fancy here. We're just doing rounds of half double crochet. And I'll see you when I get to the end of that 3rd round. All right, I've made it to the end of my 3rd round for the top of the ankle here. Let me just put my last half double crochet in, and then we're going to actually be flipping this bad boy inside out now. So here I am at the end. I'm gonna slip stitch this round together, and then I'm gonna just pull that loop through, and we're gonna turn this inside out, or right side out rather, because this is now the inside of our little booty. So we're gonna turn that out to get the seams on the inside, and now you can see we've got that nice clean bottom, nice clean toe, and then the nice clean seam on the top. And now you can see the boot shape. So we're gonna actually form it into being a little bit more of a foot shape, so don't worry about that just yet. But right now, we're going to pick up the working yarn, and we're going to do a row, or a round rather, where we put 2 double crochets in each stitch. It's gonna create a bit of a flare, making these easier for baby to get on and to take off. So to start this round, we're going to begin with 2 chain stitches. Chain 1, chain 2. Now, in the spot that chain 2 came out of, we're going to put 2 double crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. And just a reminder, a double crochet is when you yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pulling through 2 of those loops. Now there's 2 loops left. Yarn over, pull through those remaining 2 loops. And then we'll put a second double crochet in the same stitch. I'm still working in those big spaces between the stitches rather than the V at the top of the stitch. I'm gonna go all the way around for this round with 2 double crochets in each stitch. And I will meet you when I get to the end of the round to show you what we're gonna do next. All right, so I've made it to the end of my round. I'm just gonna put my last double crochet in, and then I'm going to slip stitch the round together to join. And at this point, we're actually nearly done. So what I'm going to do now to finish off this booty is I am going to go around the top with slip stitches. So I'm gonna put 1 slip stitch in each of these double crochets all the way around, and that's going to create a little bit of a thicker border around the edge of the booty, which I think adds a nice little detail that makes it a little bit more cute. So I'm gonna zoom through this with my slip stitches. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I think it adds just a little bit of a finished quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I'll meet you when I get to the end of the round. All right, I've made it around with my cute little slip stitches. I love how they create what looks like a little braided detail around the edge of the booty. Now I'm gonna cut my yarn and I'm gonna weave in that end, but we're not done yet. I wanna add something to make this just even cuter. So I've taken out my buttons and I am going to decide on a handful of buttons, and we're gonna figure out how to incorporate those buttons into this project to make it into some sort of adorable little vibe. First of all though, how cute are these little booties? So they're wider at the top so that you can grab on the sides and pull them on to baby's feet. Gosh, they are freaking cute. Okay, so after much deliberation, these are now my favorite buttons. Good thing we organized them. But I've decided I'm gonna do some kind of Christmas sort of reindeer vibe. I'm gonna put a little red nose on these booties, and then I'm gonna put 2 little eyes on each of them as well. So it's not gonna be like a full reindeer, but we're gonna have some reindeer adjacent energy. Do you think that's cute? Or maybe just the red one on the toe. Maybe no eyes. Just the red button on the toe, or maybe like a red button on the back. I don't know. I want to use the red button. I think it's cute. I think the red button on the toe will be cute. Do you think? Okay, so I figured out I want to do it just on the tip of the nose, or on the tip of the toe rather. I think a little red dot on the tip of the toe is going to be perfect. It's going to be cute. Just a little extra jazziness to kind of add a little bit to the edge of this project. So I'm going to do that now with the second booty. I did it on the first one already. I've got a little strand of thread on a needle here, and I'm just going to start by weaving the end in and out of these stitches so I don't have to tie a knot. And there we go. And now I'll just pick up the button, go up through the bottom and down through the top, and then I'll position the button where I want it, and I'll use that to be where I actually put the needle back down through the work. So I'm gonna try and match it up with my other one. Then I'll go back down through the work and I'll come up in another spot nearby. I'm just gonna keep doing that until the button is secured. And I think that adds a little extra cuteness to an already pretty cute project. Okay friends, guess what? We finished! Look how cute these little booties turned out. They've got the little flared lip at the top so that they're super easy to put on. And then we added that red button on the tip of the nose to kind of give a little bit of a Christmas nod to these little green booties. These are gonna be great for winter time. I'm gonna be giving these to my little nephew so that while he's in his car seat, he can have something a little bit warm over his feet. He's too little to bother wearing shoes just yet, but maybe some nice warm booties will be just the answer. So what do you think, friends? Are you gonna be making a cute little pair of booties like this for the little one in your life? Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a perfect fit for a 9 to 12 month old. The final measurement is just a little bit under 4 inches long, and the final height is just about 3 inches tall. We've got the shaped booty here so that their foot can fit in nice and comfortable. There's lots of wiggle room for all those toes, and then it's got a nice soft seam on the bottom. Since we covered the seam, there's not going to be anything bothering the bottom of their foot in this one. I think it turned out really well. I love the flared top. I do think that adds a little bit of ease of use with this one for pulling them onto baby's feet, but they still have enough snugness that they're not gonna just fall off on their own. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone who's supporting the channel right now. Here is the list of the channel supporters. To all of you, thank you so much. I really appreciate having you here. And if you'd like to support the channel and join and become a member as well, check out the links in the description box down below. All of those links will be listed down there, along with links to every tutorial that you will need in order to make this project. So if you're brand new to crochet, you can find those linked down below. Like I said, friends, that is all I've got for you today. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!